Hey crew, Dr. Tim DiFrancesco here with TD Athletes Edge. This is Taina. We are very excited to be working with None to Run to present to you the ultimate pre-run warm-up so that you get the most out of your run each time you do it. It's a great thing to do. It should be short and sweet, but to the point and precise. That's what we're here to do, is to present that for you. Taina is going to step back. We're going to get into it here. And what we've done is we've created the warm-up, or we've divided the warm-up into 3 categories. So first category is dynamic stretch category. Second category will be durability. Third category will be locomotion. Let's get into the dynamic stretches. So first up, we're going to do 6 per side on the alternating hamstring scoop exercise. The important part here, as Taina does 12 total, 6 per side, is keeping a proud chest. It's a great way to lengthen those hamstrings out. And you may have had some hamstring tightness. You may feel some hamstring tightness throughout your run. This is a nice way to mobilize those, get some flexibility and movement through those hamstrings. She's sticking one foot out and then keeping that chest proud as her hips stay high, take a bow. It's like you're scooping the high grass with your arms there. So with that, as she finishes up here, we're going to go into the warrior pattern. One more there. Awesome. And we'll go into the warrior pattern next. So with the warrior, we're going to go with 4 per side on this. So with that T position with the arms, and then dip the hand inside the foot, looking up at the high hand. This is stretching many things, but primarily the adductors, the inner thighs of the leg on the far side there. So that long leg, you want that leg to stay very straight. The knee should stay straight. This knee bends. That's a common error. You see that knee bend a bit there, or that front knee not get enough bend in it, or you see the back knee here get bent. So you want lean into your lead knee and keep your back knee straight here. You can also see what Taina did there was great. Pointed the toe on that far foot there straight away. So that foot is pointed that way. This one is staying planted here. Total body stretch, but focus point on those adductors. Next up, we're going to give the reverse lunge with side reach. We're going to do this alternating, and I'm going to give you a modification in case this doesn't get received well by any cranky knees out there. So first up here, we're going to go 4 per side. She's going to alternate them, 8 total. And on this, it's a lunge back, reach over. So the leg that's lunging back, that arm reaches up over top with a little side rotation on that. She's doing a great job of avoiding arching and rocking back through her low back. She's just stepping back, getting the hip flexors opened up, getting the rib cage, all the lats, everything there. So a little bit of another total body variation here. Let's go over here to show a modification. So if you have a tree, a fence, something you can put your hands on just slightly over your head, you're going to get into that split stance position. And again, this is excellent if you felt like that reverse lunging pattern is bothering the knees. Here's a stationary variation that's targeting the same areas. Hip flexors getting stretched on the back leg. She is leaning over her lead knee. So she stepped off to the side to reach over here. Let's step over to this side and show going the other way. The lead knee, she reaches over the top. The long leg is opposite of that. And she's got a straight line here. So there's no arch or rock back with that. You can hold that one for 30 to 60 seconds. Let's get into the durability aspect of your warm-up. So with that, these are lower body areas that are often cranky, can have nagging injury attached to them for runners, one of them being your shins. This exercise is called a stationary penguin. I would recommend you do this for between 30 and 60 seconds. Work up to that, because this can be, a little dose of this can go a long way as you get used to it. Penguin position, so heels together, toes up and out. You wanna really lift those toes way up and out of the shoes on this one. Thinking about just trying to get into that penguin action. Knees get locked, tall posture. And as you see, what she's doing there is she's marching through her heels with her hips. So the hips are going up and down there. Nothing from the knees. Knees are locked out through her heels. Sometimes I see this one get a little bit lazy or cheated where the feet start to come together. Try to really keep them out, up and out. That's your big goal on this. Again, 30 to 60 seconds on that. So next up, we're going to go with heel raises. Let's go back to the pole here. This is a nice one to have some stability from your upper body with. So a tree, a fence, anything that you can, the back of your car after you've parked and get ready for your run. If you want to progress to do this without any handhold, totally fine, but work on it here first. So heel raise, as the name would suggest, going straight up and down. We're going to look for between 15 and 30 repetitions on this. You can work up to 30. Just trying to get as high as you can on your tiptoes there with your heels off the ground. She's doing a great job of keeping the posture up tall here. So any exercise you're doing with your lower body, also think about how's your posture with your upper body. That is also the case for running. So yes, your lower body's doing a lot of the work, but you want to think about your posture with your upper body as well. It's important to train that in your warm-up. And again, just a reminder there, 15 to 30 repetitions. Excellent. Last category here, locomotion. We're moving now. So with this, I would recommend you do between 20 and 40 yards worth of distance for each of the next 3 exercises. Taina's going to step in front of me here and get us started with a little lateral shuffle. So that, get into your mini quarter squat position, feet apart, and then you're going to go lateral shuffle as the name describes, back and forth, depending on how much space you have there. And what we're showing here, Taina's just going to go back and forth here a total of 4 times. So 4 laps is what we would call that. And with that, what you want to think about is just making sure that your feet are never coming so close together that they're touching. You're only getting as low as you feel comfortable with. You don't have to get in a super low squat position if that's uncomfortable, but this is a great exercise to go laterally and warm up those lateral muscles that are really important for a runner, even though what you're about to do is probably more straight ahead. Next up, Carioca. So now we have some hip rotation and that lateral action with some footwork. Walk it through a couple steps for us, Taina. Over, step, behind, good. Now pick your pace up a little and get it going. She's going to go back and forth here 4 times. And what we want to think about here, she's using her arm swing opposite her hip swing there and just going as fast as you feel comfortable with this. Really important way to develop better stability for your ankles, your footwork, and your calf and Achilles complex. Love this, and will respond to this by being more active and by being stronger. And doing that footwork laterally helps you to have those lateral muscles on when you're doing your run. Excellent. Last up, we're going to go for a skip. It may have been a bit since you did any skipping. That's okay. Start off with a march. From the march, you're going to add a hop. So when you think about running, it really is hop one leg to the next. So it is a series of 1 leg hops there. Skipping is an excellent way to prepare your lower body for that. It's also nice to develop that knee drive action that's important for a runner to have great efficiency in their running and help to bring the knee up to power into the ground and propel yourself forward. So with this, you're going to be in charge of how high you're jumping and the intensity that you're going at. The important part is to just work on the footwork, get the lower body active, and that jump land aspect of this, one more time down and back, is really going to set you up for success as you now step out into your run. So just to recap that, those dynamic stretches first, then your durability section, and then finally the locomotion. Those are by design, each of those sequenced in a specific way so that the last thing we're doing is that locomotion. And the best way to get the most out of your run is to be prepared for your run. These exercises in this sequence are a great way to do that.